Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, before we start our class, introduce to my names. My name is Laelatun Naajichiyyah, semester 6 in Universitas Kiai Haji Abdullah Hasbullah Jombang, Tambak Beras. Okay, before it, I want to ask you, how are you today? Okay, I hope you very fine. And did you sleep before? You don't? Okay. So yes, I didn't sleep. Okay. And in this class, Miss Laila want to review our meeting before last meeting about Akidah Akhlaq in 10 grade. And last meeting we open by introduce ourselves, and this meeting we will start to discuss our material. Okay, before it, do you know about shirk? Yes, shirk. In English, shirk. Do you know about shirk? Okay, if you do know, I will tell you to discuss. Okay, shirk. Definition of shirk. Shirk is an supposition or conditioning of Allah as if there is something more powerful than Allah. People who do shirk are called mushrik. So, someone do something another to Allah. In here, in Quran Surah An-Nisa 48 explain about Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innallaha la yaghfiru an yushraka bihi wa yaghfiru ma duna dzalika liman yasha'u wa man yushrik billahi faqad iftara isman 'azima. Okay. In this surah explain about Allah will never not something that Muslim do shirk, and they will be enter in hell, go to hell, the down of the hell, because shirk is the second of God. Okay, definition of shirk have down, and then B, various kinds of shirk. Shirk there are two. Shirk akbar and big asghar. Or small, like that. So I want to explain about number 1, Shirk Akbar. Shirk Akbar is doing deeds that assume there is God except Allah, and God is made as rival and additional to Allah. As like I ask to another Allah, another God, and then to assume there is worship besides God. Okay. So we ask something to 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 to, to something. Jadi it's not Allah. And then assume that God has children or any kids that delegates authority. It's like God Allah, there is family. It's like mother, father, child, wife, and another. Okay. There are story about Shirk Akbar. Okay, I will repeat. The ex-career as a great shirk is not only people who do not know about Islam, but Islam also. According to Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab in Najd and other place, he had visited was to eradicate the shirk which had spread among Muslims. So, I think it's not just not Muslim do shirk, but sometimes Muslim also do shirk. And then, according to Muhammad bin Abdul Abdab, the Jahiliyah politics are said to politics because they take Lata, Uzza, Manata, and other idols in intermediaries on worship God. In here, explain that. Give example about Muhammad bin Abdul Abdab, the Jahiliyah. They always ask something in Lata, Uzza, Manata, and others. Okay, so he never asked to God. And so what happened in this time? Muslims took refuge of the shed, stone, palm trees, and placed there considered sacred of prayer, pray to God. But in this era, not is Muhammad bin Abdul Abdab. In this era, sometimes Muslim ask something in tree, and then sometimes in stone, sometimes in place, the old place, it's like makam or kuburan, the old place. Okay, in this era. And then I will explain you about Sheikh Asghar or small Sheikh. Sheikh Asghar, according to Dr. Ahmad Daudi, MA, said that there are 4 Sheikh Asghar. 1. The real Sheikh, the most obsessed form of worshipping Allah is worshipping something of other than Allah. For example, worshipping stone, sculpture, wood, star, grave, human, and God. And then cursing God with something, viewing this has the same nature as God, like trusting amulet and magic object. And then the existence, number 3, the existence of some humans who defy others, follow and obey the teaching of the monks and their piety blindly. And number 4, define the rules for outly to God. People who include in their passion are categorized as states because of belief in Allah in its amplest absolute abundance to Him. So, it's like in Sheikh Asghar explained about Dr. Ahmad Daudi said that if number 1, it's like we ask not to Allah, we ask another Allah, number 1. And then number 2, okay, we believe that the example old place has strong as like God. It's like I ask to trees, yeah. I ask in trees, and they believe believe that trees are same as God. And then number 3, as like I believe in one people, and when that people who say what they say, all of people will believe it, even though it is wrong. Jadi as like they as like God. Okay, as like I will give example again. I believe one people, and what he says I always believe, even though it is very wrong. And number 4, as like we knows that we knows that gibah is made up, is wrong, but we always do for many times like that, or we always do not. I will give another example. Sometimes as like we knows that we knows that uh, okay, we knows that obey to another Allah is wrong, or we not obey to our parents is wrong, but we always do many times for twice and another, it is wrong. So it is the same as shirk asghar or shirk small. And then what is the danger of shirk? Also, when if we do something always positive and negative. Okay, I will explain you about the negative of shirk. Number 1, the pious deeds they have been done by those who do shirk will despair and in fine. Number 2, the police really committed great crime. Number 3, will go to hell. So, when we do shirk, in her life will be as like get many things from neighbor or another. Their life will be not is safety, but as like their life is not safety, is tidak nyaman. And then people do share, it is the big of training. Okay, so it is the big of training. Even though it is shared as small or small, but it is made not by Allah. And then number 3, will go to hell. Okay, this is the main point of shirk. Even though akbar or small, will go to the down hell. Okay, but how to avoid shirk? Okay, will be it's like that. How to avoid the shirk? There are many types. So you don't netting negative thinking about another. Okay, number 1, always upload prayer, because with the right prayers will avoid cruel and evil deeds. So we always always prayer to God. We hope to God that we far with the shirk. And then number 2, always try to increase prayer to God, because that will always be given a way out of the problems faced. So when we all get many problems, big problems, so we ask to God to finish it all. Because if we not like that and do another something it is wrong, so God will be give you one point. You must increase to God. You more many pray to God. And then number 3, always try to train yourself. Always remember that shirk is great in sin among other sins that God will not forgive. If we are aware of shirk, then we can try to avoid. We must remember that shirk is wrong. It is very, very wrong. Okay. So when you know it is wrong, why do it? So to avoid the shirk, we must near with God, pray with God. God will give us way to another. God will be give way to best way. And then number 4, always remember Allah wherever He is. By always remembering God, the heart will be calm and there is always inner contact with God, like worship, because more and more worship is more close to Allah. So we always remember to get in anywhere, because by it, with it, we never, when we do wrong something, we always remember God. When we will do wrong something, and then we know there is God. God is look for me. God is look for us. Okay. But more one point of the ship, we must pray to God everywhere and every day, because more and more worship is more close to Allah. Okay. For this material, I want to ask you, is there any question about shirk akbar and shirk asghar? There is or not? Okay. If there isn't, I want to ask you, how many wait, yes. Honestly, how many shirk as we know? I will test you. Did you still remember or not? Okay. How many shirk in this discussion? Who wants to answer? Okay. Nadira. What? Okay. Shirk akbar and shirk asghar. Okay, there are 2. Who want to explain various kinds of akbar shirk akbar? There isn't or not? Okay, if there isn't, I will explain you again. Doing that, assume there is God except Allah, and then assume there is worship besides God. Assume that the God has children or any dates. Okay, good. And another, who wants to explain about various kinds of shirk asghar? there isn't, I will explain again. I will explain again with review our material. The real shape, and then cursing God with something. The existence of some humans who defy others for defending the lust for ugly to God. Okay. We must be careful about the shirks asghar or small. But if asghar itu is very look. So if small, sometimes Muslim is not fail didn't fail that is shirk small. So how can to avoid from avoid how to avoid the shirk? One point, you near with God, you pray to God to anything, everywhere and anytime. Because Allah will far with the shirk, asghar or akbar. Any questions so far before we closing this class? If there isn't, I will give you duty homework. Please do homework in your house. Page 8. Yeah, page 8 to page 8 to 11. Page 8 to 11. And inshallah, next meeting we will discuss about it. Okay. Any questions so far about the shirk asghar and akbar? If there is no, I will close this meeting. Please forgive me all of my mistakes. Before it, we read Al-Fatihah together. Ila hadratin Nabiyil Mustafa Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Al-Fatihah. Amin. Keep healthy in your house and don't forget the homework. And next meeting we will discuss about it. Please forgive me all of my mistakes. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.